Let me make sure we're. Hold on. Testing. I want to make sure we're good right quick. So I'll try to make this a maybe 10 minutes. We'll try. But let me make sure we're good. Test. We good. It's this live stream on a course here. Are we on a right course? Are we on the right course? Hello, hello. Hello. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. So I know I've been talking about this for a while. A good while. A good while. But I still do a lot of thinking. It's good to see the people are still fighting back and still fighting for the water, man. You know, these billionaires seem to think it's a big oil thing. Honestly, there's no need to still take all the land or take all the water. And I get it. I get it that it needs to be used to build a lot more stuff. But it's like in my perspective alone, I'd have to, if I ever decide to explore the world, to go see around all across this whole country to see a lot of the things that have been what people are either recording or showing through videos or the news is showing. Even though no, the news don't show a huge perspective, there's other people out there that have their platform and site to show you more than what the news wants to show. But still, I'm still against this whole data center thing. I feel like there's another way to do this, and able for people to actually enjoy AI, even though they're saying it's for digital currency, like currency for like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, um, any of these big crypto things that have ways that it's supposed to be able to put and store all this because there's so many people out there crypto mining and shit. Honestly, this shouldn't have to be a thing because that way, if they keep creating it, it's just to monitor your spending and everything you do. But also the way that this data center thing is, it's sucking up the water, even though it's supposed to be going through a closed loop system and they're supposed to be using it. But when it goes back out of the system, it's supposed to put the water back out, but it's not putting out clean water. It's putting out nasty sludge and slime water. If you've seen all the water samples that were shown by AOC in Georgia, and also the lady that got arrested because of what she was doing, just trying to spread awareness and bring people to a thing about down there in Trinidad, Texas, of the water. There's no point for these big pieces of giant computers, honestly. If people wanted to do some AI, all they'd have to do is take install like add a piece of some sort of piece of technology that allows for that to be on your computer if you want to make AI images or AI videos. There should be like a piece of tech that should go on a computer, and every time you want to create something, it goes along with updates, just like an app. Just comes with the updates, comes with the app. It makes it so much easier and a lot less hassle, and still preserving and saving the earth instead of going out there and building these ginormous pieces of garbage. Sub Grims. Instead of these ginormous pieces of tech. There's no point for all this. Even though the billionaires want to take and push people off their land or push them off their homes. It's not cool. It's not cool. Danny went up. It's just not cool, dude. There's so many people out here that just want to see this beautiful world still be preserved and keep on going with the tradition and values that we were all brought and raised up, even though someone's like, well, okay, boomer. Well, whatever. We're all about the advancement of technology, but the way you're going about it is all wrong. It's all wrong. It's been a minute. I've been busy. Don't let me fall off course though. Um, it's all wrong. Like honestly, when our parents or the ancestors or anything like that are working to pass something down and keeping generations through generations and inheriting that, so that generation will be able to learn the value of how to take care of it and understand the responsibility and never sell it just because some big head filled your head with all the ideas that money is going to be the one thing that's going to make you better. And honestly, you should understand the responsibility and respect that it means to take care of that and keep it forever instead of selling it to big money or anything like that. Let me get here a second. That's what I'm trying to think about it. But honestly, I think there's other ways to do this, and I think it's just much simpler for people. And other ways of doing this. If you take and combine maybe the modern way with these solar panels or the turbines, and combine the two, like the plant life and this technology way, just like what's going on in China or going on in Japan or even going on in Germany, there is much simpler ways that this is still able to thrive without such issues. Data centers are not going to be they're not going to be the thing that saves the world. It's going to just make things worse. But it just, it's it's all about the things that people need to understand. I mean, I don't care if people I don't care if people want to say I'm on drugs or stupid, but this is what I'm fixing to speak on next. The idea, just keep the way of the dollar, keep the way of the change, keep that old fashioned way. You want people to learn how to count money and count it back and know how to use it instead of all this digital crap. Because what would ever happen, dude? I know everybody's like, "Oh, here he goes, here he goes. He's jumping on one of those little theory trains again, or he's going on one of those what ifs, bro." This generation has been conditioned to think. These generations have been conditioned to think all that we need is digital currency. Digital currency. The value of the dollar and checks and balances don't matter no more. That's why they're trying to do away with it. What is people gonna do if something ever went wrong with our grids, and if they had to go back to the old trading system, you know, you trade stuff to get cool stuff, like the bartering system. If you trade a rock, you trade a rock for a piece of paper. If you trade a rock with a bottle cap, or, you have a certain amount of things that you need to get a certain item. I know it sounds so stinking crazy. What I'm saying, it's like, man, you're thinking about something in a video game. But that was the way it was, man. That's the way it was. You need to let, there needs to be more of just the way that I was young and trying to understand everything, like to understand the value of everything that was taught before all this digital stuff. Because I don't think I got my first phone until I was probably like what, uh, 14, 15. Until I actually had an actual phone with minutes when I was like 16. You understand, you have this freaking $45 card you get to get it activated so you can call all your friends. You got these certain amount of minutes. When you use up a big bit of it, they're going to stop with the speed and stop with the all unlimited thing. It's once you go over it, you're pretty much stuck with a dead phone until you go back and pay for another thing to add on to it. If I'm remembering correctly, because I had Straight Talk. Straight Talk was ass, but it's the best you could do with what you had, especially if you're poor. Now, I'm just, speaking in general, but it's just my own thoughts, just my own ideas. I'm just speaking, just thinking. Yes, I'm fine. I just know I just know how some people look at me and think that I'm crazy or goofy when I'm just speaking out loud, yo. It's just who I am and it's just how I've always been. It's just my thinking, it's just my ideas, but my own theory. But also trying to spread the right message and get it across. Because if somebody ever decided it was a good idea to fire off a EMP, so this the current generation that has to rely on a digital shit all the time, they ain't gonna have a clue what to do. Because honestly, my generation, along with the generation of our brothers, our sisters, then our mom and dads, then our grandmothers, a lot of that way that we were taught before we got our hands on phones. And I mean, the only thing that we probably had would be video games, and at time was our imagination. But later in life, a lot of us did get phones, but The kind of phones like that are like the flip phones, like the ones where you get all those damn numbers and all that, but you didn't have touchscreen. You only had what you had. Hell, I think I played a pool game on a. I think I played a digital pool game on a little flip phone. Was it fun? Hell yeah, it was fun to pass the time on. But now it's like you can look everything up at the tip of your fingertips on these much bigger screens with these touchable screens, all like Google, Chrome. Do they have Chrome? I think they have Chrome. Now I'm having a conversation with myself. But I mean, yeah, it's. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but there's pros and cons to all this stuff. There's pros and cons to all of it. But it's just, I just think more people need to be able to have imagination and have creativity. Even though these devices are kind of making us somewhat stupid. Kind of, it's just like it's almost like a limiter to our brain power. I mean, yeah, we can look up stuff all day long, but if this thing was not created, more people would be able to think. More people would be able to be outside the box and have their own ideas and have their own type of free will. And the way of creativity still sticks around, and imagination still sticks around. I just want to see things that a lot of us were brought up on continue in traditions and continue through the generations and not die. Some of us don't want that future shit. Like we don't all want all that future technology shit. Like flying cars or escalators that are like the shit you see in the Jetsons. You know, all those electric cars that have to take and get lithium deposits and stuff to make the batteries and make the car itself and all that. But honestly, we should just learn the responsibility to take care of what we have instead of destroying it. Instead of just having all those big piles of freaking dirt with all the trees that were once there. Honestly, people should be able to learn to replant the trees and replant the seeds. To keep what we know and love is beautiful and understand the responsibility that we're meant to take care of this earth. Honestly, going out to other planets, I don't think it'll help. Honestly, because there's probably a reason why certain planets look like a big gas ball or dustier than an old desert or cranked with heat or cranked up super cold. Earth is probably our only planet we have. And we need to be able to understand how to take care of it and respect it because the more we keep doing wrong and damage, it won't it won't last forever. We will be our own demise of our own destruction if people don't get our act. We all don't get our act together. Get our shit together. It's important to love and respect what we have. That's all it takes. I'm just trying to spread a good message with my theory, but also my own, like, with some real shit, just real thinking. I don't care if people want to call me dumb or anybody out there wants to try to act like they're descendants of God. I don't care. I don't care. I've come across so many crazy people out here on the internet or on the streets that are thinking they got some sort of holy and divine power. Nobody is God except God Himself, the man that died and that was crucified on the cross for His beliefs, for us to continue His way. I know some people are going to try to, I know all the Christians out here are going to probably try to come out and correct me, but it's just the way I see it. It's called free thinking. Don't have to always, don't have to always believe everything that the Bible says. But I'm not going to get into that because I've already discussed all how I think about all that. This is about a certain topic, but yeah, honestly, it's all about respecting everything, and it's all about doing what's right, man, and preserving with love and care, and keep with the grace, man. That's all it takes. I don't care if I get hated. I don't care if I'm a wanted man. All I care about is just doing doing the right thing and spreading the right message. That's why I'm trying to do my way through this community and help people and earn everybody's love and respect. Let them know that I'm trying to help save lives. So I'm a firefighter for a reason, and may possibly be working to uh, learn the ways of a paramedic or EMT. I don't know. I just have to figure out which direction I want to go. But anyway, enough said. I don't want to drag this on any longer. I do appreciate it. Just if you guys want to listen to this, you just listen to your Bluetooth. You don't have to sit here and just watch it. You just let it play and listen to it. I just hope that makes sense. I hope all this just gives somebody to think about something and teaches some lesson of just what I'm thinking. But either way, it's my own brain, it's my own thing, and it's my own ideas. Anyway, yeah, goobers, y'all be good. Walker Nation, Creek Squad, we're gonna roll out. And happy birthday up, church. Keep doing your thing, dog. I ain't gonna hate on you, brother. But all these other people out here trying to wish on your downfall. Keep doing your music. Keep doing your thing. Creek Squad for life. Holla boy shit, son. See all my country folk later. Later, y'all. Walker out. Cause I'm back.